Well, hello my beautiful Gemini, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your yearly reading for 2026. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. Now, I will be using Gaia chimes, so please be mindful to turn down your volume if you are someone who is sensitive to sound. So let us start your reading and let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your yearly reading for 2026. I really can't believe I'm saying that, but here we are. Happy New Year, beautiful souls. We made it to 2026, and what a ride it has been so far. Now, I will take your yearly reading month by month, and of course, I will clarify with a second deck there as I go along. And I really feel that this year, you're being very consistent on something. In the water, because I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading, I was actually seeing a hammer there, okay? So this can indicate that you're working hard to reshape something and it will all come together and be very solid indeed. But I feel like your intention is to work on something, whether of course it is yourself or whether it's a career or perhaps it's your home, I'm not sure, but it feels like you are getting things together and I feel like you're serious about something and you're starting strong. That's what I'm feeling there, okay? Now, at the very core of you, at a gut level knowingness, you may have been feeling like the world is different somehow. People are different, you are certainly different, and on the precipice of something monumental, something that you're trying to make sense of right now. All has not been what it seemed, and the bubble of illusion, well, it finally bursts this year to reveal the truth of what you will no longer be tolerating. A mass awakening is upon us. Now, 2025 revealed to you personally what and who was not resonating with the very authenticity of your soul vibration. So consider 2026 a renaissance of sorts, signaling the transition between two very distinct eras, both personally and globally. Now, astrologically, this year is significantly transformative. 2026 will be one of the most notable years of our lives, with a revolutionary flavor. The reset button. Now, we've officially moved into a #1 year vibration. A desire for personal happiness, independence, prosperity, of course, adventure, and spontaneity will echo through the very core of your soul this year, with a notable intention to strike out differently. Also, there are so many opportunities available to you this year, and you'll experience so many firsts this year as well. Now, Venus and Mars will be in the sign of Capricorn, setting the year off to a fantastic start. An invitation to take deliberate action, reignite that spark, set your soul ablaze with passion, and by taking a first step, cultivating perseverance, you follow your heart, hit your personal targets, and aspire to the finer things in life. This new chapter really does embrace the new version of you. But this year, it hits different. This is your comeback era, taking back your life and reclaiming your power somehow, your sovereignty, and of course, grounded in the #1 vibration. You do not seek this year, you attract. A magnetic force to be reckoned with. You can feel it in your soul, something big is happening, and this is where you rise and dial up the success levels on all that you are dedicated to. Now, Jupiter's retrograde plays a significant role at the beginning of 2026, encouraging you to revisit anything that's incomplete, to finish what you've started, double down on anything in motion, of course, and even contemplate something bold, daring, and new. Now, Jupiter wants you to benefit from all of your hard work, and it is keeping score, but major rewards cannot be fully realized until it moves direct in March. That's when Jupiter increases the auspicious outcomes for the rest of the year ahead. Now, it's also a perfect year to meet your soulmate if you're open to it, or even rekindle that spark in your current relationship. Now, astrologically, we have been teetering on the precipice of change for some time, especially on a global scale. I almost don't want to delve into the 2026 energy globally, as it will be chaotic, and it'll be a chaotic road ahead. Now, you can already see that, of course, but especially during February, April, and of course, the eclipse seasons. Heavyweight planets like Pluto will lock fully into the sign of Aquarius until 2043. Neptune locks into Aries until 2039. And Uranus, which is the planet of shock and transformation, well, it will return to your sign, my beautiful Gemini. Just as I say that, we have a wonderful ignition fire going on there for you in the month of May, just as you move into your birthday season. So exciting things lie ahead during that time for you. But Uranus means you are plot twisting, or you are transforming your life and shocking people around you. So it's a very positive energy for you, and that will lock in right up until 2033. However, this lineup altogether this year, it should be taken seriously. These planets, they tend to align during historical revolutions, tech innovations, and of course, conflict. Saturn and Neptune, they have been conjunct before, of course, but never recorded at 0 degrees Aries. So this is monumental. This conjunction has literally collapsed empires in the past, triggering civil wars. In fact, when we look back historically, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus together, well, they tend to trigger uprisings like the Civil Rights Movement and the American Revolution. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to experience similar events, but it's always interesting to research what kind of revolutions or events took place during these types of alignments, just to indicate what we might have in store. And let's just say the year has started in that vein as well, so the planets have aligned. But 0 degrees Aries, well, that's an emergence of something brewing. A new era birthing something radically different from what we are used to. New leaderships, power shifts, new currencies, new communication systems, and tech innovations that will advance humanity in some way. And in order to build anew, one must abandon the old, and 0 degrees Aries, it will keep us guessing which way humanity pivots. But Pluto in Aquarius, well, it will endeavor to give power back to the people. How we move forward together collectively with that is totally up to us. And as with anything new, well, there might be glitches as we switch over to new systems. New power grids, of course, will be introduced later on, but power grids will be overloaded with upgrades and may trigger more power outages, communication system errors, and internet disruptions than usual as systems try to adjust. Now, I also see new regulations in the travel industry that will be implemented in certain countries in the name of sustainability. And of course, the fire horse comes out to play from February. That's really exciting, reinforcing that rebellious flavor. A wild horse, well, it cannot be cajoled into something it does not favor. It bucks trends and retains independence. So on a personal level, these cosmic ingredients help you personally remain curious, adventurous, to challenge yourself and try radically new approaches. A chance to stand firm in your beliefs, as well as offering you an opportunity to reinvent or revamp your life in some way, to lean into your inner rebel and rewild this year. A very auspicious year personally, offering you good luck, a chance to, change your fortune. Things are shifting, especially in terms of physical landscapes, but the earth itself is also transforming. And we'll see more heightened seismic activity, even in areas not prone to it. But the Ring of Fire will, as usual, elevate in seismic activity. And I see right from the Bay of Bengal, right around to the South Pacific Ocean, of course, triggering water activity after large Earth events. Notable hotspots continue to be Turkey, Russia, and Japan, but I also see Indonesia, Taiwan, and Chile, as well as Mexico there as well. Okay, maybe even India, but that's something to keep our eye on. Now, large volcanoes that have lain dormant for decades, even centuries, might become active again. Well, I see actually they will, but unfortunately, extreme weather events will also increase. Unusually large storms, I see 3 big ones become 1. Okay, flooding, tornadoes, even in unusual places that do not tend to get these sort of weather events, and even fire tornadoes will hit the headlines. Now, I mentioned this about a week and a half ago, and there was some headlines in Australia of a fire tornado taking place. They're very rare, but I saw it in the visions, and you know, I don't want to see these things. I don't want any of these things to happen, honestly. But I'm telling you what I see, and I have to give you the energies that are coming through there. But I have been holding these events in a positive vibration to make sure that they do not occur, of course, but I'm just giving you what I see. And tangible assets like silver will be at the forefront of the news due to industry development, and of course, economically challenges continue. But in order to come out the other side positively, we must go through. Now, Neptune and of course, Pluto will continue to gang up on public figures to expose those who are up to no good. Time to purify the system, as it were. I want you to notice as well that the cards to the long times come out in certain places. So June, long time, so a big month for you there, of course. It is in and around your birthday season, and of course right at the end we've got August into September, so let's tap into that and see what's going on there. But very cerebral, thoughtful time for you. There may be some radical change going on there as well, but also I just want you to be aware that ultimately this year it offers you a maverick shift to do something radically different for yourself, to plot twist if old ways are not working, or double down on what is. And of course the North Node, do they want that one? I'm just going to check my guides. Yes, this one popped out there as well. How would you like to receive? First is first, okay? And we've got this one here, and finally we leave on Adams. So very exciting at the end of the year there for you. But I want you to be aware, you know, that the North Node already forced you last year to kind of look at what you've been tolerating that has caused pain, sadness, or hardship. So with a smile in your heart, this is the year to leave it in the dust as you gallop off to be free from it and take a walk on the wild side. Now, 2026 is your year to just go for it. The universe has got your back to be successful in all that you dedicate yourself to. And in the very act of doing, you reclaim yourself, your sovereignty, your power. 2026 will be the year that you remember as you transcend all that try to limit you and awaken to live your best life. And I can see there is a lot of radical change going on for you this year, and so many exciting points going on. But let's start with January. Power, volcanoes. Now, of course, this is you reshaping landscapes. I feel a lot of you may have been going through some stuff in 2025. You may have even felt like you lay dormant for a little while. You may have just been doing, you know, on autopilot, exhausted, doing what you got to do, but you've been building up to this year in some way, and I feel everything comes to the fore, comes to the surface emotionally, but this is you layering your life in order to create new pathways. You're in a real position of power. You may not feel like it, but I feel this is you elevating and rising there. Some really great things coming in, especially at the end of January there for you. But it indicates that you are leading with passion. All that molten lava, you know, things are heating up, you're excited, you are feisty, ambitious, and ready to conquer 2026 and beyond. And it starts in January, actually. I feel this is about you owning your time. It's really about you powering on through. And it's number 9, a quest for independence. You know, there's a lot of, you know, I get this enlightened energy about you, that you just know that you're powering on through and that you are really a force to be reckoned with. I feel a lot of you could be so spontaneous this year, a promise to take more risks or keep people guessing is what I'm seeing there. You're not a people pleaser, so I definitely see that you're marching to the beat of your own drum. And this card, it indicates that you're leaving things like old grudges behind. You're releasing and letting go. Anything that was challenging in 2025, it's gone. That heavy energy has hurt you, or you held onto it for too long, so you're allowing it to just flow. You're not like forgiving in order to forget or let anyone off the hook. I feel like you are so glad that 2025 is over because you're on to better things. And I feel that this is about you kind of like releasing all that pent up passion and just going for something. I feel a lot of you are in the middle of a reformation. This is your inner revolution that comes out to transform your life. Now, I would say, especially at the end of January there, it's a bit of a wild card month for you. Expect the unexpected, but I feel like you're promising yourself to be more spontaneous. I feel like you are rising in confidence. I feel that, you know, you're turning your life around in some way, and you may be plot pointing things that you want to do right now, spontaneously in the moment, but at the same time, things that you are looking forward to, locking down, solidifying dates there for the rest of the year. Things that you're passionate about. I feel there's a real quest as well regarding financial independence. Now, I feel like you're locked onto your goals and dreams. I really feel here that you have a lot to do. You've launched yourself into so many things. So there may be some frustrating moments where you do feel a little bit overwhelmed because you've given yourself a big task. Break it down into bite-sized kind of goals there is what I'm seeing. But I also feel that this, of course, January is still the year of the snake. Okay, the fire horse does not kick off until February, and I feel that's when you really start your year in some way. So that's why I feel a lot of you will be closing out tasks and responsibilities. You have a lot of duties, of course, but you're returning to things that perhaps that are incomplete, so you can complete them or get on top of those things there as well. I mean, when you think about power volcanoes, you're active, you're busy, you have a lot on your plate, you're ticking things off your to-do list, and you're reclaiming your power. Definitely here. I feel like you are that force to be reckoned with. Now, in terms of your finances, I would say a lot of you may be feeling the pinch this month, okay? When you have power volcanoes, it can indicate that, things have been pressurized financially and things are coming to the fore. You may have spent excessively in the month before, or you may have been saving for something and locking off finances. But I feel a little bit of pressure there, okay, building up. Some of you may actually have been paid in the month before, a little bit earlier than usual, so you've had to make a little go a long way there. And there's a slight pressure building. That's what a volcano energy indicates there. But I feel like you're locked on to creating new landscapes and new pathways to make more money, okay? And if you are coming into 2026 currently out of work and you're searching for a role, you really are a tower of power and you are about to reshape your landscape in the working environment. And there's going to be a lot of opportunity for you to connect to, but there's one that actually feels solid, true, and it feels exciting, okay? Because I feel actually January is a very exciting month for a lot of you because you're getting busy doing, you're back in the flow, you're trying to get back into a rhythm there, and you're promising yourself to be spontaneous and follow your heart. Follow your passions and it will lead the way. So I'm very excited there for you. Also, I feel this magnetism. If you think about a volcano erupting, it is magnetic. People are drawn to watch it. So I feel like you're inspired. I feel like you're getting attention in this month. And I feel like you're locking down on things that got critical in your life. So you may be doing a complete revamp, overhaul, whether it's a change of look, a style, whether you are decluttering your home space. I mean, this is about releasing the pressure. A lot of you are promising yourself to manage stress levels in a different way this year, detoxifying as well. Now, some of you, not all of you, but if you've been dealing with any kind of health-related endeavors, especially ones that indicate inflammation or hot flushes, for example, things may get a little bit critical as you start to detoxify. I got to be honest with you, sometimes this can indicate that something gets a little bit sore before it gets better. So for example, if you're detoxifying, your body is adjusting to this new kind of process, and it can be that your body is kind of like going through some motions hormonally where suddenly you'll have a hot flush or suddenly there may be a slight inflammation before it dissipates. So that's what I'm seeing there. Also, I feel tension headaches. Just be a little bit mindful of that. I don't like to give that message in January, but I just feel like there's this overwhelming kind of like monumental goal that you're working hard towards accomplishing. And sometimes when you think about it as a whole, you're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to work that out? How's that going to happen? But it is going to happen. Thoughts become things, and I feel like you're active and you're making things happen, and things will solidify for you. And I feel that you're just adding new layers to your life, and this is your year of upgrade is what I'm seeing. So a lot of you could actually have new gadgets this month as well, new tools or upgrades when it comes to like cell phone, laptop, or anything that you require for work. Okay, now if you do work in a company with other people, I feel the pressure could be on, getting back into a rhythm there in some way. A lot of work catching up with perhaps holiday season, things that got left. So I feel there's just an energy of being in that flow and leading with passion, but also enjoying what you do. A lot of you are working really hard in order to elevate in terms of a promotion or some sort of financial incentive there as well. I feel a lot of you are definitely trying not to spend too much, okay? To look at where you feel drained financially. So I feel like you're locking that down. And a lot of you, if you work for yourself, if you run your own business, whether you're artistic, whether you run, no matter what the industry is, your own business in some way, or you're an entrepreneur, I feel like the pressure is on to really step up this year. And I feel like you hit the ground running and you're excited, you're bubbling up with wonderful ideas there, you're ready to be very active and launch things. For some of you, this could be that you're revamping your website or your business cards, or you're changing your brand in some way. You know, the volcano can represent the tower energy. It's like you're liberating yourself after a period of feeling like either, you know, you're exhausted and nothing was really happening, but now everything is happening. It feels like you're all systems go, as it were. And I feel that you're going to get a lot of attention in your industry this year, and it starts with January. A lot of you, when you think about the volcano, it is about structurally changing things. So a lot of you may change your schedule, or you may decide to transform your time in some way. You're definitely owning your time, being disciplined there. I feel like you're being stricter with yourself. And I feel that maybe 2025 was a little bit contained for you in some way. You are a sign of duality. You know, variety is a spice of life for you, but you may have felt like you're on autopilot. You did what you got to do. You were just getting on by. And this is a promise, a declaration to self to make sure that you kind of make life a little bit more exciting this year. You know, I feel things are going to get a little bit fizzier for you there. And I feel that you're not being contained. You're not playing small this year. In fact, I feel like you're taking up more space. And of course, there is this energy of wanting to branch out or create new landscapes. So a lot of you are looking to this year as a very transformative experience. A lot of you may even do some DIY during this month as well, or decluttering for sure. But I feel really, it's almost like things have been building up over time. You know, whether it's you want to clean out that closet, or whether it is something you've been meaning to do. I feel like you return to it in January to make sure it's done, so that you start with a clean slate, as it were, because February feels very much like it's the beginning of your year. We've got beginnings east there for February. But let me just clarify, you know, number 9, after a period of perhaps spending time with family or soul tribe members, I feel a lot of you are like eager to spend some time alone and kind of be very explorative and create new landscapes and just get out there and, you know, live your passions and be independent, a little bit more independent there. So now, also, if you're retired, I feel this could be that you're promising yourself to visit new places, go traveling. Some of you may literally visit a place that has a volcano, and it could get active while you're there, okay? So just be a little bit mindful about travel-related issues there or delays. I don't see anything negative, but I definitely see here that it's a potential. Changing cycles, all change. You know, if you think about a volcano, it's there. It has been dormant for a long time, and it just exists. And I feel like a lot of you may have felt last year you're kind of just existing. This year, no. This year, you're super active and you are spontaneous and you are looking for excitement. And I would say this is a lucky month as well. Spontaneous good luck. Moments where there's a bit of a plot twist. That's why I say that, especially the end of January there, it feels like a bit of a wild card month. It says here, changing cycles. So of course you're releasing last year and embarking on this exciting new beginning there. And I feel a lot of you may have wondered how things will be different this year, but I feel it will be. And you're aware that the difference is within. Okay, because if you think about the volcano, it's just a mountain that kind of exists, right? But it has a very deep core, right to the magma of the core of the earth there. And it can be that, you know, you can look at that volcano there and it's always the same. And then one day it's like totally different because it's erupting. Something has shifted, and I feel you're different coming into this year inside. And I feel there is this energy of like making your own luck, but also this is a very fated year, lots of optimism. I feel you're breaking the pattern there as well. And I feel like you're on the up. Now, as you can see, we've got you know, a map in the background there. Symbolically, this means that this is a strategic month where you're mapping or planning the rest of the year. booking lots of exciting things to do, gigs, events, you know, just seeing what's out there. A lot of you want something new or something spontaneous to live in the moment. So I feel January, it feels a little bit like you're freewheeling. And although you're serious about what it is that you're doing, I feel things really start to ignite in February there for you. But some good luck at the end of the month, which is really nice there as well. And also the Wheel of Fortune energy, it is an energy, of course, of like being spontaneous, just like the volcano there. But I feel like there's an opportunity to change everything that you feel has been stagnant for a long time. I feel like you're facing something head on. A lot of good karma for this year as well there. So when you think about January, it feels like you're looking ahead to the rest of the year in order to exact change in some way, okay? So I feel whatever you're deciding to do in January as a restructure, a lot of you, as I said, there's this energy of perhaps, you know, changing bad habits. You're completely anew. So you may be detoxifying, you may be decluttering, you know, I mean, there's a lot of fire there. So it can be that you are in need of extra hydration, purifying in some way. And I feel that if it's not exciting or passionate, you're not about it. That's what's coming out there as well. And I feel you're keeping your eye firmly on your passions and your vision in order to move towards a lot of success there, okay? Now, also, before I move on, because I'm really getting an energy of like retirement here. Some of you may be retired already, and I feel like you want to do more things that you're passionate about. A lot of creativity, a lot of productivity. I feel like you want to be more active as well. No matter who you are, I feel like your promise is to be more active, whether it's joining a gym, whether it's getting more steps in, or getting more involved in the community. This is a promise and a declaration to self, and you're strong enough to make sure that you make that happen. Also, I feel a lot of you, if you have been thinking about retirement, you know, January, I feel like there's a pressure there, and it's almost like things are bubbling up. You're not sure whether you want to do it or not. You're calculating a lot of things, but I feel this is the year that you do it. Obviously, check out your own situation, get the best advice possible, but some of you may literally be retiring in February, okay? It's like something builds up here, pressure, enough is enough. You're like, okay, I'm done. Okay, so a lot of you are entering into a new era or new cycle, and some of you, that cycle is retirement, and you're going to have an incredible time there, okay? Now, of course, this is February for the collective Gemini energy and beginnings east. So a lot of new things this month. I feel a lot of you may, you know, book some sort of course of study, or you are expanding your reach, expanding your mind this year, whether it's through like learning languages or instruments, or you're upskilling in some way. You may be learning new things or studying something in the month of February there that leads to you being at the top of your game, or leads to higher positions in your career if you are in one. Some of you getting qualifications, certifications. I mean, you may actually take a test in something at some point during this year. I feel some of you, you know, it could be that whatever it is that you're learning, you get tested. And whether it's an actual test or whether it is that you get tested on the knowledge there, I feel that happens in June there for you. And you pass the test, okay? I see that. There's a lot of celebration around you there. But, you know, it's number 3. So a lot of you, it feels more, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, I feel for some of you, this could be that some of you have promised yourself that you're not really going to cut something out completely until February. So some of you could actually be doing the detoxifying and cutting things out in February there, because you know, maybe there's something going on here. This is a period of excess, so some of your intentions may carry over in January, and then you fully start in February. So, you know, I'm just picking up that energy for some of you, not all of you. But this card in this position is number 3, Empress energy. You're nourishing yourself in a different way. You are being more compassionate with yourself. And some of you, you know, there is this energy of wanting to do things that you've never done before. And of course, this card indicates that you're not worried. A new dawn is breaking for you, and that you're letting go of the old, and you're finally embracing this new chapter. So you're flowing forward. There's no heaviness. There's no anxiety in this month. You're managing intrusive thoughts. New ways are calling to you, but you had to kind of recalibrate a foundation before you stepped into this. I would say that if you are looking for a new job in February, in January there, a lot of you will get an interview or get a job and you start it in February, okay? And new contracts, and new pay grades and things like that coming to the fore. I feel a lot of you may also be looking further afield to see if there are any new opportunities out there if you are unhappy with the amount of money that you're making with the amount of work that you're doing, because January tells me that the pressure is on, that you are doing a lot, you're holding it all together, and it can be that you feel that something needs to change. Okay, because this is a very revolutionary card and you feel this change within you bubbling up there, and it feels that it's necessary. So there is the change, because in February it just means that you've decided and it's happening and it's done. So a lot of you, not all of you, but a lot of you, if you're not happy where you work, you could be putting your resume out there and getting a new role in February that brings in new money. Now, also, if you work for yourself, I see a lot of you launching something in the month of February. This could be a new product, service, or a new way of working. Also, you know, it could be tax time that you're actually doing all your receipts, or doing your tax or something if you work for yourself in the January period, and then you just feel like the pressure is off. It's like you're free from it in February there as well, which is really exciting. But this card is embracing new ways of doing things. I feel like no matter what career or industry that you work in, a lot of you could be utilizing new tools or new structures or new ways of working just to keep things fresh and you elevating. So on a personal level, I feel a lot of you could try new practices: cosmic ordering, meditation, journaling in a different way, mindfulness in a different way. I feel a lot of you want some quiet time and you're opening up portals of opportunity. Doors are certainly opening up for you in the month of February, and it's a very exciting month. I feel the good luck carries over into February in some way, and I feel you're having your glow up. I'm actually seeing a word in the water right now, which is triumph. Triumph, okay? So also, some of you may visit new places or explore your neighborhood in a different way. So much potential this year. I feel like you are elevating. That's your intention, expansion. And some of you may even be thinking about new places to live. Where do you feel called to live? Some of you want to be a little bit more nomadic this year, to either work on the go anywhere in the world, or you may be thinking about migrating your business or migrating your life, living overseas. So if you're retiring, some of you may actually spend time within two places. A place that you call home and somewhere else that feels home from home, but it's a different country. So that's coming there as well. I mean, it doesn't have to be a different country. It could be a different place in the country that you're in. However, a lot of you, it is a different country there. I see a lot of you moving. That may be an intention, or maybe it's just an idea, a spark of something right now, but I definitely see a lot of you are making this your reality. Now, I would also say that this is a month where there could be new contracts that you connect to, new service providers. That always means that perhaps there's some sort of time-sensitive pressure going on in January. This could be where you have to give out like extra money for bills, for example, whether it's tax time there for some of you, or whether it is that you have to pay large sums of money in the January period to like a landlord or a service or something like that. I feel the pressure just feels a little bit on in January, but this fresher energy is coming out in February there. So I feel a lot of you are thinking about new money making ideas, but also I feel like your money is replenished in this month. It just feels like it's a lighter energy in terms of your finances. Now also beginnings, this is a great month for love, because of course we have Valentine's Day there in that month, and Valentine's Day is just a day and it's very commercialized, but I do see beginnings of new feelings, you know, you joining new groups or going to new events where it puts you in the position to meet new people. I feel a lot of you want to get integrated this year, and the portal is open for you to begin anything, whether it's new projects, relationships, friendships, and I feel it's just a brand new you emerging, and you're elevating in some way. A lot of you, if you're meditating, because I feel a lot of you are trying to lean more into mindfulness and manage stress levels here this year, I feel like you will elevate in consciousness and break old habits or patterns or cycles or repeat and reach higher levels of frequencies. Manifestation potential is so strong in the month of February there for you as well. And yeah, we have the Emperor, being stricter with your time. This really feels like you're bossing up in some way. When you have the Emperor energy, of course, it indicates that you are focused on success. It means that you're maturing. It also indicates that you're in business mode, maintaining and sustaining, getting into the rhythm. So it can be that you're back in the flow of what you normally do there. And I feel like you are keeping your house in order in some way. So fresh new start, fresh new energy, opening up the windows, sort of like bringing new air into the home as well. But more than anything, I feel this is everything in order so that you can have some sort of new start or launch something, whether it's a brand new you, whether it's a brand new idea. The Emperor, of course, is leadership. So a lot of power energy. These two cards indicates you having the strength and the power to transform your life and stay on top of things. This is about you remembering your power and your sovereignty there as well. And of course, the Emperor energy is all about authority. So some of you, there is an energy here of maybe connecting to legal documentation during this period or getting advice on financial structures in order to elevate financially. Some of you may utilize like a new app or maybe even a new bank account with a banking institution that is well known or that you've researched and got advice on. Always make sure you do your due diligence there and make sure it's legit. But some of you may, move your money around in February and connect to a new banking institution, as it were, that gives a financial incentive to join. So sometimes certain banks that are well known will say, hey, if you move all of your bills and everything, your monthly things over to our banking system, will give you an incentive of $100, for example. So some of you could be moving some money around during this period, but I feel this is you kind of like being serious with your finances and being careful with any new purchases. But I do see new purchases here. So I see a lot of you either saving for a large purchase this year, but there could also be some sales activity there where you purchase something new, but you get a really good price, because the Emperor is always very clever and does not emotionally spend. Could be something practical as well that you need for the home space or for your job if you work in a career. Now, also, a lot of you may actually get a promotion in the month of February. This is something that is a bit of a surprise. Normally, that energy comes a little bit later on, but I would say that a high-ranking position becomes available. So even if you're happy where you're at in the company that you work for, there could be some opportunities for you to elevate or staircase or something new regarding a title that you have. That always involves new money as well. So I definitely see the stairs represent elevation there. Also, there could be some change in management, someone new entering the firm, or some new hires going on in February there that can be offering a support network to you or to people who are in positions of authority. Also, if you run your own business, I see you like branching out or doing something different. So it could be that you're uploading like a new business, or you are structuring legally a new entity that complements whatever it is that you do already. I see 2 streams of income for you this year, maybe even more as you elevate, but I definitely see here that you could be doing something extra that really supports your finances and helps you grow your wealth there as well. Now, this card is leadership, of course, so this means you're being bold and daring. A lot of you will face some fears this year, something of a phobia. You'll, face it head on. For some of you, if you struggle a little bit with shyness, I feel like you conquer that in 2026. Okay, but also I feel potential to meet a divine counterpart if you are open to love this year. I feel that there is an energy of you meeting the one. Now, also, for some of you, if your parents or guardians are still on the earthly plane, I feel like there could be something new in and around a parent or guardian. It's positive, so it could be that, they've got some new kit or tech that they want you to show them how to use, or for some of you, it can be that they are moving. Okay, and some of you, it could be that they're moving in with you. I do see that it will take some getting used to there as you kind of like adjust, but I really feel it's a nice energy where, it adds a little bit of a spark in the home space. It's kind of really nice is what I'm feeling there. But the Emperor, I'm just going to go and get a little bit more detail with that Emperor for February. Because more than anything, I feel like you're disciplined. I feel like you are ambitious. I feel that you are staying on top of your to-do list and also being in charge of your home space or getting everything in order in some way. We have the King of Swords. Yeah, you're deep in thought. You are out there happening to things. Thoughts become things. This is where you action all the new stuff that you've been booking, is what I'm seeing. Whether it's courses of learning. This card is the King of Swords, which has an international flavor there. So it can be that you're learning a language, or it can be that you are talking about your experiences. Some of you, whether you're retired or not, or in a career or not, I feel you could actually write about your story, your experiences, or something about your family lineage or your upbringing, or maybe it's about something that that you have a lot of knowledge in, the secret of your success. You could write a handbook on how to do whatever it is that you do, or if you're retired now, it could be that you're writing a handbook on what you used to do, almost as a consultant. Some of you may actually be a consultant or be semi-retired there. You may be writing stuff down that you can put online and automate it and make money as you sleep. Maybe that's an intention that some of you have. It's definitely coming out here. So whether it's a book that you write once and then you publish it, I feel a lot of you could actually, get a publisher, or you could print things, maybe even in the East there. Doesn't have to be though, but you could be publishing or printing, or you could be uploading something or utilizing the internet in some way to build a business. As I said earlier, a lot of you are revamping a website or business cards. I do feel a lot of you will also meet somebody new in the month of February that can help open doors for you. Very important. Important meetings as well. Not just meetings, I see like appraisals if you work in a company. But King of Swords, you have a lot of knowledge and you have a thirst for study during this period, and it will help you elevate and open new doors for you there as well. And if this is personal development learning, because a lot of you can be promising yourself to go on a spiritual retreat or to invest in your well-being, it can be that you are focused on your mental well-being, and you are making sure that you study more about your mind. Thoughts become things. Positivity. The more you think that you can achieve something, the more the portals will open up. In terms of quantum physics, everything you desire is out there. It is just waiting for you to connect cerebrally to the vibration. You've got the passion right there, and I feel this is about you connecting to that vibration so that whatever it is that you are manifesting, it opens up for you. Okay, so very exciting month, February there. And as you can see, we move into March, and this is you doing something with soul, with passion. This is a great card, which indicates that whatever it is that caused a bit of pressure there in January, you can start to see things coming together. This is the vision or the dream that you have, okay? And you're keeping that dream alive. I feel there's some news that comes in March that makes you cry with joy. Okay, something that really touches your soul there as well. It's number 14, which is a temperance energy. So I would say this is a nice pace month for you, where you are focused on your sense of purpose, okay? And I feel also with this card, this is about that spark that lights you up. This is that spark, that divine spark that is deep within you. You are considering your motivations carefully, what's important to you, and I feel that you are going to the top. There's no resistance here, is what I feel with this card at this time. And I feel a lot of you have more than one purpose, but I feel like you're leaning into something that you're passionate about, and you feel completely alive in this month and excited and transformative, okay? As you can see, this figure has a world in their eye there. So a lot of you could be booking some vacation for later on in the year, a big vacation. Now there could be a little bit of travel going on in March there, but I feel a lot of you are booking a larger travel maybe later on in the year there as well. Also, I see an invitation that comes in that maybe overseas. So whether it is a friend of yours getting engaged or married, or maybe it's a birth date, or maybe it's some sort of family gathering overseas. I see something being coming through that you'll be invited to, is what I'm seeing there. But it says here the soul, passion. So I feel there's some good news regarding a passion project or something that you are excited about. Also, I see that a lot of you, you're sitting on a talent that you have not honed or utilized fully. And I feel that this really comes forward in the month of March there as well. Now, there could be something major in the world during this time that you feel very sensitive about, okay? I did say that the hot points for this year are February right to April there, and the eclipse season at the end of the year, notably November, okay? But I just feel like you don't get impacted by it. It's like you're watching it, like this card, okay? Now, that doesn't mean that it doesn't matter. We should all be aware that even though it's far away, it's still happening to people, and we're all people. We're all one. Okay, so I feel a lot of you, you may do some charitable work during this time, or you may kind of, speak loud and proud for a cause during this time, or do what you can do in your part of the world to transform the vibration and be a light worker and pay it forward with love. Okay, so I just feel something critical could occur during this time, or it's something that you're watching and feeling a little bit anxious about, but it feels removed. It feels like, something that happens in any part of the world, it impacts the world, which is our world. It's our home, okay? But I feel like it's something that you watch that doesn't actually affect you directly. So I don't want you to be worried, but at the same time, I see that you're keeping an eye on things there as well. Now, we have that higher calling, so you're definitely, as I said, number 14 there is the temperance energy, which is all about alchemy of your dreams. It's about you blending your energies, your time, and making sure that you're prioritizing what's important. So you're keeping your eye on your prize, on your goals. Very goal-oriented month there for you, of course. And again, it kind of reinforces the energy because you've got Saturn right there in this card. And Saturn is all about being strict with yourself, having a structure. It's about ambition. It's about success. So I would say that there is more good news that comes in here, that it's almost like you're excited about it, but you're sitting on it. And you don't really kind of celebrate it until you move into the month of May. So I feel you could have to wait for something in the month of March, but you can see it's all coming together. But it's almost like you don't want to celebrate too soon because, I feel you always think worst case scenario. And this year, perhaps you're thinking best case scenario, but this card, it says higher calling. So I feel this is about higher vibes for the world, but also on a personal level, I feel a lot of things that you're calling in that are connected to your soul vibration are just being manifested for you. This is the Judgment card. So this is a renewal of your energy. I would also say that this is a big month for renewing of contracts or service providers. I would say that if you're traveling during this period, you may want to keep your eye on any expiry dates or things that need to be renewed. Credit cards that are coming to the end of their term, visas, passports. Big month for you to look at renewals of contracts or policies, insurance, healthcare. I just feel that this is about you keeping your eye on things that are coming up to the end of their due date, as it were. Also, I'm getting an energy. Someone from your past tries to reconcile with you in the month of March there. Now, this may make you feel a bit sensitive or emotional. Some of you, this could be an ex, okay? They were thinking about messaging you for Valentine's Day is what I'm seeing there, but then they decide not to. They think it would be unfair to do that, and I feel that they may message you in March there. Of course, that's not going to resonate with all of you, but I definitely see that there. Also, I feel for some of you, if it's not an ex, it's someone, like a friend or someone that perhaps you and them, it just feels like you may have fallen out or you were judging the situation, sitting on the fence. This person will offer an olive branch in the month of March there, and the relationship has changed forever. You're actually very sensitive about this, and I feel it's not going back to the way it was. However, you may reconcile or consider restarting this dynamic, this friendship. But if I just feel like it's kind of like really black and white this month, and I'm feeling this energy that it's like, okay, it's either you reconcile or close forever. I feel it's make or break in this dynamic in March, and you are the person in control of the decision is what I'm seeing there. So you may be judging a situation or making a decision in the month of March there. But this is your higher calling, and this is the passion card. So I really feel like you're locked into your goals and you're making a difference in this month. Now, also, some of you may be judging your finances at this point. I feel like a lot of you are recouping your finances and still being strict with yourself during January, February, and March, okay? I feel like there's a little bit more comfort, a little bit more money going on in the month of April there. And some of you in April, this could be bonus period. If you tend to work for a company or with a company that gives a bonus or a benefit in some way, but I feel like you're going to be comfortable financially in the month of April. Doesn't mean that you're not financially on top of things in the beginning of the year. I just feel like you're recalibrating. I feel like you're looking at new ways of making money, whether it is selling pre-loved goods there, or whether it is perhaps starting something. A lot of you are starting something or launching something in February, and you can really see things coming together and you get quite emotional about this. But I also feel there's this wonderful comfort going on in the month of April there. Now, it does say comfort hearth. A lot of you will spend some time at home during this period. You may be a little bit more of a homebody. Now, for some of you, there's pregnancy news in this month as well. Whether this is you, if you have the potential to get pregnant or you're hoping to get pregnant, I feel, this could be that you find out or you kind of clarify that you are pregnant. And I mean, looking at the energy, it's in and around the cusp period between January and February. A lot of passionate energy there and a lot of firsts. So it could be that, there's a beginning of life during that period. And now you kind of like are aware that baby is on board. Congratulations if that is you, of course. But some of you, this could be news that comes in from someone who's close to you. Pregnancy news is about in the month of April. So there could be a new addition in your family. And if someone is already pregnant, this could be the month that they actually give birth, okay? Now also, I feel like whatever it is you are doing, it's kind of up and running and it's kind of like taking care of itself. You're working really hard, and I feel this is a month where you're a little bit more sociable as well. I feel March is also a big sociable month for you, no matter who you are, but I do feel a lot of you could host something in your home space in the month of April, whether it's a barbecue, birthday, maybe there's an important date around this time as well that brings people together and you celebrate. There's a lot of magic in the home space there, a lot of laughter and joy. Some of you may actually consider adopting a pet. But if you have a pet already, I feel like your pet will require a little bit more togetherness, okay? They may feel a little bit more needy during this period. Now, there's nothing wrong there. I don't feel like there's anything negative. I don't see that at all. But what I do see is there is this desire to be with you, and it could be that they're just feeling the energy of sensitivity. So yeah, again, I don't see anything negative there at all. Also, if you are searching for a new property, if you're hoping to find home this year, this is the month that you actually lock in and find the property of your dreams, okay? Now, there could be a little bit of pressure there as you close out, you actually close on the home, but it's everything you manifested within your price range as well, so I feel quite excited about that. Let me just pull a card. Whoa, look at that. I love that card. We've got self-reflection. So this is a period of like leaning into your emotions and feeling comfortable with life at this point, I would say. Digging a little bit deeper about how you feel about your home space and creating a sanctuary in your home space as well. It says self-reflection there. So I feel this is about finding the balance between being independent this year and being available for the people that you really care about, because of course there's a dog and a wolf on this card, and the dog is all about comfort, loyalty. It's about togetherness, and I feel that this is about you spending time with your nearest and dearest, with family members there as well, a lot of activity. And then of course the wolf is more about independence, going off and doing your own thing, which I feel really happens as you move into May. The moon energy, a lot of you could go off grid and try and work on projects without telling anybody, keeping your cards close to your chest there. And when the moment is right to reveal, you certainly will. Some of you may even set up a business from your home space as well during this period. Maybe something that you're withdrawing to make sure you have no distractions to do, and you get something up and running there as well. A lot of you as well, if you're not a business owner, I see a lot of you becoming your own boss or being a business owner owner in 2026. A lot of success around you. I feel, again, it's something that you're keeping quiet, and I definitely see here you're very dynamic, and you're going to completely structure the way that you're working in a different way. Yes, it's going to be a lot of pressure. No one said it was going to be easy, but you're going to love it because you're following your heart, you're following your passion. So many passionate cards here and so much excitement there. Now, also a big month for nostalgia during the month of April for some reason. That may be personal to you, but I feel a lot of you are thinking about your journey from childhood, okay? All the loyalty that you've had from certain people and the disloyalty as well. A lot of you may think about the pressure you've been under as you've taken the journey that you're on right now, and you're going to feel really proud of yourself that you've come a long way. Very cathartic month as well there, where you release a lot of emotions, and this will be the month where you lean into like a good book or a movie about the unknown, or really kind of dig a little bit deeper into who you are and be more deliberate about self-care during this month as well. I mean, the moon card can also indicate a secret. It can be that something has been kept for some time. For some of you, it could be that you have a secret revealed close to home. A lot of you, it could be someone who's pregnant and just sitting on that news because you're just waiting for the right moment to reveal it. And you may feel a little bit disappointed that this person didn't tell you right away, but I feel like they didn't want to, because I feel it's a friend more than anything. Maybe they didn't want to say anything until they were at the right term before they revealed anything like that. Very insular energy there, very cerebral, very deep in thought during this period, a deep dive emotionally, and I feel a lot of you pay close attention to your dreams. A lot of psychic activity around this time, both, within yourself, this knowingness. And a lot of you may even decide to download a course on spirituality or develop, your psychic gifts during this period. You're definitely going to have psychic dreams, or pay close attention because you're just going to know. But also, there may be a heightened or elevated psychic activity, but also like otherworldly activity in your home space during this period. Now, I get this card a lot for the collective, and I don't often get that message. So things like lights flickering, and I feel it's important to recognize that it is someone from your family lineage who is letting you know of their presence, that they're there, that they are protecting you. A lot of unconditional love there. You can't see them, but you'll know that they're there. Okay, so that's showing up there a lot. They're with you all the time, but they're really going to make their presence known for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. I'm going to find out a little bit more about that. Maybe it's because you feel a bit more comfortable in knowing or having them reveal. Five of Pentacles. Yes, this is someone from beyond the veil, okay? This is someone that if you have been grieving, because the Five of Pentacles can be loss there, or you've been longing to get a sign, they're fully able to come through and let you know that there's a lot of love, that they protect you, and that they want you to take better care of yourself, okay? So that's just coming through there. I have to give you the message that I'm being given. Five of Pentacles is an energy of struggle. So if you're worried about anything, or, you really miss them during this period, there's a sadness there because it is connected to the home. The Ace of Cups indicates some sort of omen or some sort of kind of indication they're coming through to let you know that they love you, that they're with you, and it's an opportunity to connect. You can feel them, you just know, okay? And it's divine intervention. They're allowed to really make their presence known in this period to let you know that you're protected and directed, and actually they've been choosing to be your guide. So that's something that's come through there as well, okay? So with a lot of love and respect, I'm going to remove myself from that energy there and move on with that. Now, for some of you, there's also this energy of falling in love. If you're open to love, that which you do not have right now, you shall have. So I feel like there's a potential for you to meet someone new in this period, the February, March period there. But I feel this could be that you are a little bit more comfortable with this new person, and it just feels like you're developing a wonderful relationship where you can see a future with this person. You can see yourself building a family with this person. So you may actually introduce friends to this person in the month of April there. And also, I feel this is about you maintaining and sustaining there as well. Now, as we move into your birthday season, It's exciting. We've got fire, ignition. So this is a card of passion, like dialing it up fully. You've gone from volcanoes, soul passion. I feel this year is about keeping things moving in the right direction with purpose, meaning. You want more meaning. You want something real in a world that is constantly, giving out fake stuff, right? So I feel like this is your year to really revamp your life and find something real in friendships, in relationships, in your job, in the world at large. But this card, it indicates that there's a fire in your soul and you're excited about your birthday season. It can indicate as well that you're thinking about your legacy. Ignition fire indicates that, of course, things are heating up there as well, and there is a fire in your soul. But it's number 8. 8 is the number of the self. So as you move into your birthday season, it's all about you. And of course, this is about you living your passions. It's about you driving yourself forward. You are self-made. You're doing it all by yourself there. You're not overthinking this month. I feel now is the time to innovate your life and take action. You're very busy, but also I feel a lot of people are attracted to your passion and your power and your energy. You're going to have a lot of energy in this month and you're going to be really satisfied. I feel very sociable energy. Some of you may actually have someone do a surprise party for you. I probably shouldn't have said that, but there's a surprise energy around you for this month. But also some of you could actually be very active in, having a monumental celebration for your birthday and celebrating the wonderful you there, that beautiful light. You're shining. You're starting to take up more space during this period, and ignition indicates you getting started on something again. So I feel like you're just keeping things moving. It's almost like you start new things in February, you're excited about that, and then you get to a point where you can maintain them and you feel comfortable there. And then when it comes to May, it feels like there's something new and exciting again happening. So this could be a relaunch of something. This could also be that you're paying close attention to your energy levels. I feel a lot of you are on top of your hormones, your vitamins, minerals. You are hydrated there as well. And I feel some of you could also be desiring to go to warmer climates. So you may actually take a quick trip out of town or have some sort of vacation that you're excited about. I feel like you're treating yourself there as well. Yeah. You're going to sunnier climates. We got the sun. So we have, that sun energy. This is a big month as well. Even though it's your birthday season, this is a success month. Things are just looking up. Things are starting to happen in a way that you've been hoping for a long time. This is you being in the spotlight. I would say that this is you having a major advancement month. Especially if you work in a company, I would say that this is you like getting things done. And I definitely see that already promotion vibes will have happened there for you. But this is you in the flow of activity and being the star in the working environment. If you work for yourself or you're an influencer, I would say this is a period where you really get seen. This could be a month where you become famous or you go global or you go viral on something. I feel this could be the start of something big for you. And also the sun energy indicates a lot of personal development and growth. This is about you kind of reigniting that spark. Perhaps, as I said, you've been feeling a little bit on autopilot and now you really come back into your own. You've come home to self during this period. I know that you are an air element and this is fire, but I just feel like, things are getting exciting for you during this period there. And I mean, the sun can also indicate that things get pretty hot and heavy between you and a person. If you're in a relationship already, I would say that you and your person, a lot of passion, a lot of intensity there, and revamping your relationship in some way. And if you're married, I feel this is an energy here where your person may ask to renew your vows, for example. And if you are someone who's already in a relationship, but you haven't got engaged just yet, I would say this is the month where they pop the question. Okay, and I feel that it's very exciting. It's in and around your birthday season. So some of you may feel, okay, that was kind of nice, but your birthday season is all about you, but I just feel like it's a cherry on top there for some of you with engagement vibes. Also, I feel something that you're reaching for, you go that extra mile. You're bringing your A game, and I feel like you're fully in the flow of moving forward. Your dreams and goals, they're starting to come to fruition there. And I feel that If you're retired, this is you getting involved in social activity. I see you joining a group, and it could be about your passions. I feel that you're really going to be seen. You could actually be picked up by somebody who really sees your talent and is like, oh my gosh, have you thought about exhibiting your work? Have you thought about publishing your work? Your work should be seen, or your talent should be seen. Whether you are actually retired or not, and you're just following your passion project, or, you know, hobby or something, I feel like you're so good at what you do that someone is going to see you and be like, oh my gosh, this should be like out there in the world. And they mean it. And I feel a lot of you could actually meet a person who has connections in order to be able to help you achieve that. Also, I feel strong networking month for a lot of you if you run your own business, but also I feel this is a month, whether you work for your own business or not, that you can really fully realize that what you desire, you will have. You're reaching for it and you're so close to achieving it. It's all systems go this month, and I feel that, you know, this is about you allowing yourself to be seen, getting yourself out there, being appreciated, but also being in the spotlight for some sort of success there. Trust the process. I feel there's a lot of happiness in this month. There's a lot of awareness there about who you are, what you want. You're literally dialing up the heat there, and the sun can indicate material success. Because I feel some of you are getting bonuses during this period, and now you're getting to splash the cash a little bit. You may put a little bit of money away there, especially if you're saving for a property. But as I said, if you're trying to purchase a property, it feels like you find the property in April and then it's all systems go, you're excited, the pressure will be on to complete. So there could be somebody who is away on a vacation, or there's someone who is an integral part of the process that holds up things, but there may be a deadline. And I definitely see that you will meet that deadline. So just be aware of that. Now, I hate to mention this though, we have transformation, pressure, okay? Now, it can be this is a very busy month, okay? A lot of multitasking, and yes, it is still your birthday season for those beautiful Geminis who have their birthday in June. So I want to wish all of you a beautiful, happy birthday for May and June there. I'm seeing that you will have a very exciting time and lots to celebrate in the month of May there, okay? Lots of good news coming in, feeling really happy, feeling harmonious, peaceful, and just in a cycle of fulfillment and serenity. But as you move into June, the pressure is on, lots of deadlines during this period, but you know, pressure can transform you in really positive ways. We can view pressure as being negative, or we can see it as being a shaper of worlds. Because I feel like you're on the move, you're in the flow of doing, okay? And there's a little bit of comfort going on here in the month of April. So that means that something gets to a plateau where you're kind of comfortable with it. And comfort, whilst it is wonderful, we all love a bit of comfort, sometimes we feel a little bit stuck in comfort. You know, we want something more. So I feel a lot of you are pushing yourself out of your comfort zone in the month of June. And for some of you, it can be that you are going on a vacation, or you're booking something for yourself, but a lot of other things come in at the same time and you try to factor everything in. I feel this is a month of double bookings, reschedules. This is a plot twist month. I feel like you're holding it all together this month. I gotta be honest with you, but I do feel like you're transforming something in a really positive way where you have influence. And I feel like you're going to benefit from it. It is not going to be a disadvantage, okay? It's number 26. Again, when you reduce that, 2 + 6 is 8. So again, I feel it's something to do with you. A lot of you may also feel that you're looking at your quick fixes during this month. When the pressure is on, we tend to reach for the quick fix. What is yours? So it can be that you're trying to stay on top of anything that you've cut out. You may be tempted to fall back into a cycle or reach for something that perhaps is not so good for you, but I feel like you're transformed. You're not going to fall back into that cycle. Now, I'm just going to pull a card on this because, of course, it does mean that a highly pressurized month means you get a lot done. You're still managing stress levels there, but it's a very transformative period. So I feel like you're busy on the move. This could be a period where, for example, if you are trying to close out on a house or you're buying property, all your life is in boxes, and you know there is this chaotic energy that you're trying to maintain and sustain, but at the same time your life is in boxes, so it feels like a challenge. Also, I just want to acknowledge, if you're someone who rents property, there could be some changes regarding rent in around April there for you. This could be a conversation with a landlord or landlady, I see that it's actually positive for you, but it could spark some dynamism there where you have to move. So there could be some news about moving in the month of April, but the pressure is on, you find a place and you feel truly happy. In fact, you feel it was destined to happen. You feel better moving to some new place because it just suits you more. Beginnings. So a lot of new things. This is actually a month of being very sociable, a lot of potential there, a lot of adventure. This is you stepping out of a comfort zone. In order to achieve greater levels in your life, in any area of your life, it requires you to take a leap of faith, trust yourself, and the pressure is an energy of you transforming something. So it means that you may be doing something new during this period. We've got another beginnings energy. I feel the fire horse here is so important for keeping people moving forward, to plot twist, to change, to adapt. And it's exciting. It's not negative. And I feel that pressure is a shaper of something. So the pressure could be on to deliver something with a deadline during this period if you work for yourself or with a company there. Also, there could be someone new who enters into something that you're connected to, who actually is just learning the system and puts pressure on you. So for example, if you run your own business and you have an accountant, right? And your accountant hires a new person in the company and they don't know you, they don't know your accounts. They're an accountant. They just know accounts, okay? They don't know you as a client. And it can be that they're pressurizing you to get something done, or it means that some of you have a deadline during this period, and they're just approaching you in a way that rubs you up the wrong way, as it were. But I feel like you give this person a concession to acknowledge that they are new, that they don't know you and they don't know that you are on it, that you are diligent. But I feel there's an energy perhaps of diplomatically putting someone in their place during this period. Also, I feel tensions are high as well there. But the Fool card indicates a lot of excitement, a lot of playfulness. So I feel this is an action-packed month where you're trying to factor in all the responsibilities that you have and all the things that you're trying to stay on top of, and also try and manage going out there and having fun, splitting your time, as it were. And what else am I getting with this? Fresh new ideas, brainstorming coming through here. Also, I would just be a little bit mindful, because when the pressure is on, check your hard copy mail, check your spam folder, because there could be a new document that comes in. It could be a check, could be a tax rebate, it could be something legal document that you really need to know about. It's new, that's for sure, but you may miss it. So just watch out for that. Also, when the pressure is on and the Fool card is connected, it can indicate that, when you're in a rush, then there is potential to make a mistake or have to revisit something. So just be watching out for that as well. I'm going to pull a quick card to see if I can see any other details there as well. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Now, thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune plot twist. Be flexible this month. There's a lot of good luck there, a lot of fortune. I mean, I would say the Wheel of Fortune plus the pressure card is like fortune favors the brave. And that Fool card came out there as well. So good news, but it puts the pressure on. So it could be something comes in. As I said earlier, there's some sort of new piece of information. Ace of Swords is like a new document, new letter, or some sort of new communication that comes in. And it can be that it's missed in the fray of doing. Or it could be something that you've been meaning to get round to doing, but you've been under a lot of pressure and you've got stuff to do that you may miss it. So just watch out for that. This is a month for this. Now also, divine intervention indicates something exciting and new. I did mention brainstorming. That's the Ace of Swords as well. New ideas coming through there. But also, if you're someone who is waiting for a procedure or waiting for an appointment for some sort of operation or something, this is a month where the pressure could be on for you to get an appointment. I feel there could be a cancellation and suddenly it's offered to you, so you may need to reschedule some things that you have planned in order to factor that in. So I want you to be aware of that. This is also a month where you may have double bookings or have to reschedule things, as I said earlier, and these two cards highlight that as well. But still a lot of good luck there. I feel a lot of optimism around that. Something is destined to come in here, new piece of information. This is a breakthrough month. And with anything that you have a breakthrough on, or you are successful in there as well, it requires pressure. You know, if it's worth it, you are normally someone who steps up and makes it happen. So the pressure can come from the fact that you care so much about something, but there is a breakthrough moment happening here as well. And I would say watch your stress levels during this period, high cortisol levels during this period as well. But also I feel meeting new people, having new conversations, destined conversations, bumping into somebody and you know, having a conversation and actually this is someone who's influential for your future in some way. What else am I getting there as well? I'm getting this energy coming through of having to make a decision and having the mental clarity to make that decision. It feels like either decision you make or either choice you have is going to be great, but you really need to lean into your gut instinct and choose the one that resonates with your soul. And you need to quieten the noise in order to really hear your heart on this one, because you can make a head and a heart decision. I feel like the way you're running your life at this point, you're, you know, going with your gut instinct, following your heart. Okay, but there's logic there as well. So I feel like you're having the right strategy. So you make a great decision during this month. If you feel pressurized by anybody, slow down. Normally when someone is trying to pressure you into signing something or doing something, it means they benefit from it more than you do, or they don't want you to see something and they want to hurry you along. So just watch out for that in the month of July there, especially if it's a contract. Now, June there, rather, not July. I'm moving into July energy. That's why I said July. So I just want you to be aware of that. As we move into July, though, we have attraction, magnetism. You are manifesting something to a very high degree during this period. And I would say that this is where everything really is aligned for you. Whatever, you know, you are strict with this year or diligently focused on, because Saturn is there, it's being looked at, it means you're going to see monumental success in that. So whether you're transforming your body, whether you're transforming your mind, expanding your reach, leveling up with career or money, I feel this is when it's like the piece de resistance. This is your thought actually solidifying as locking in monumental success. I feel this is one of the highlight points of your year as you move from July and August. I feel it's a great period in the year for you. But attraction, magnetism means you have gravitas. You're grounded. You're attracting. You're not seeking. You're not chasing. It feels like you're calling it in. And of course, you know, it's number 37. When you reduce that, 3 plus 7 is 10, the Wheel of Fortune energy. So I feel there's a lot of luck going on in this part of the year there. But this card, it is about you knowing your values, knowing who you are, and being more aware of what you need in your life and dialing that up a little bit more and basically canceling out anything that is negative. You're not the sort of person who runs with the crowd. Okay, so a lot of you being very independent during this time. And I feel going off and having a date night or doing things for you. I also feel there is an energy of manifestation. So a lot of you could do something connected to a vision board or manifestation during this period, or something on your vision board actually happens in real time. And you're like, oh my gosh, this cosmic ordering stuff, it does work, and it does. Okay. Also, better sleeping in this month there. You may transform your sleep in some way. And it could be that you lean more into something aural. Is it called EMDR? Music, or some sort of sound bath, or some sort of music with a certain frequency, hertz, that actually helps you align with better sleeping patterns. Also, I would say before you go to sleep, I feel like you're changing your routine. A lot of you are transforming the way that you go to sleep and wake up as well. So you could be transforming your bedtime routine, going to bed earlier, getting up earlier, of course, because of that as well, is what I'm seeing there. But just before sleep, a lot of you, especially in this month, you know, discard cell phones, you know, doom scrolling out the window, no more of that during this month in particular, because as you are in the transition between waking and sleeping, that little bit where you're nodding off, visualize the sort of life that you aspire to achieve, because this is where you connect to the alpha frequency, and it helps you really align with that frequency of the thing that you desire. It's already out there, as I mentioned, and this is about you attracting your vibration and connecting fully to it. You know, there's a lot of magic in and around this period. Your next card is alchemy magic. It's like if you can think it, you can have it right away within these 2 months. Okay, it just feels like you're dialing up the manifestation abilities during this time. Also, a lot of childhood memories come out here for some reason. So I feel a lot of you, there could be something you desired to achieve right from childhood that becomes your reality. It's like, oh my gosh, I thought this was a pipe dream, and it just happens for you, whatever this is. Also, if you have children, I feel big conversations in and around their hopes and dreams during this period, and you're very supportive of their decisions. And I actually see, in terms of the globe, the world, there's some sort of space-related news going on in this month as well. And it could actually involve Saturn, but I'm not sure about that. I am seeing in the water Saturn's rings. Maybe there's something to do with that. I'm not sure. I'm not going to go there because I'm not fully engaged in that energy. But there's something space-related. So it could be something that people see in the skies during this period. Something that is witnessed or filmed and it's like goes global. I'm not sure, but there's something going on there as well. Okay. So this is a month of balance. We've got the Temperance card again. Temperance card is actually about alchemy. It's about turning one thing into another by blending your energies, your focus. So I really feel like you align there, but also it's part of your plan, whatever this is. It's something you mapped earlier. It feels like it's happening right there in the month of July there. Also, overseas communication there. If you're trying to migrate your business or you're trying to expand your reach when it comes to your business in some way or go global, as I said, the month of May is really exciting for that. And I feel this could be where you do a deal as well, whether it's a social media deal, whether it is a brand deal, whether it is a deal like with the company that you work for. Some of you, your company may merge during this time and create firm alliances. I mean, there's a tree there, which means there's extra wealth. So savings wise, I feel like you have a nice amount, you know, in your pot there. So it can also be that you're focused on your 401ks and you're compounding wealth. And it feels like things are going well by this period, that you're protected, and you may be looking at financial structures that protect your wealth there as well. Some of you may even set up a new financial account during this period. And I would say, and this is coming out very important, I mean, if you're someone who's super wealthy, congratulations, of course, because I'm sure that is super hard to do, especially in these times and these dates. But if you're someone who's super wealthy, a lot of you may be looking into financial banking systems that are related by license, okay, linked by license. So for example, if you bank at a certain bank, let's call it Banco, and then we've got Bank A over here, it can be that you've got a lot of money that is insured by a certain amount in these two banks. So say if the insurance amount is $250,000 or $80,000 or $100,000, whatever, I'm not sure. Let's call it around 100,000, okay, in each. So you have 100 in each. Now, technically, they should both be insured. But if they're linked by license, it means only one is insured. So if there's ever a bail-in regarding banking systems, which I feel there's a lot of structure around that and a lot of whispers, but whispers eventually become very loud realities sometimes, and I see a lot of changes going on in the financial industry. I feel a lot of you need to be aware that if it's linked by license, it is not covered by financial security or insurance. So I feel anything over the amount would be nullified. So just watch out for that, okay? That's, of course, if you're someone, because I don't know who watches these videos. Some people may be very wealthy, some people not so much, some people just middling and doing okay. I mean, you know, it's a very challenging economic climate right now. A lot of us are struggling, right? But I feel this is about you finding a way to be balanced with your finances and keeping balanced. So I feel a lot of you are also strategizing financially and staying on top of a financial decision that you've made. And you've made a pact. Some of you may actually also co-align or go into business with someone, a partnership going on there. But more than anything, I feel the universe is actually sending you people to help you with your circumstances. And I feel it opens, again, new opportunities for you. Also, I see a lot of you being invited. Maybe this is the invitation where you are invited overseas to something and actually you go during the month of July there. But I feel like you're listening to your soul song and you're seeing that you're going through major periods of growth, you're branching out, and you feel content in this. You feel that things are heading in the right direction by this period. Now, as we move into August, we have alchemy, magic. This is divine intervention. This is miracle town. Okay, so I definitely see here that you're going to see lots of omens and signs that everything is as it should be. It's number 43 when you reduce that. 4 plus 3 is, of course, 7, which is the chariot card number. So a lot of success. This card indicates, of course, that there's magic to be found everywhere. And you are the sort of person that you are the magic, right? But also you tend to be able to make something from nothing. So I feel whatever it is you turn your hand to, you're just awesome at it during this period. And I feel this is about making sure that no doubts enter into your mind regarding how things are going. Because sometimes when things are going really well, which I feel like they are, and a lot of you may feel the pressure to maintain and sustain, whether it's a diet, whether it's a career choice, whether it's a lifestyle choice, you know, I feel like you're maintaining and sustaining and things are going well by this point. This can be that, you know, you think about the fly in the ointment. When things are going too well, sometimes we feel doubts creep in, like, oh, it could all be taken away or it could all go. But it's not going to. So I want you to be aware of that. It's sustainable and you hold on to this, whatever this is. But also, this is about the little things in life, okay? It means those little intimate moments with people that are magical, conversations, leaning into intimacy in relationships during this period. Because I feel like companionship, there's an energy here of being close to people. And if you're someone who's searching for your soul tribe, I feel like the universe is sending you a best friend for life during this month. You're going to meet other people throughout the year, but there's someone special really coming in, and this person will be your ride or die. And even if you have a strong social network right now, I feel there's someone new entering into your social circle in this month, and they become an integral member of your friendship, okay? Also, a lot of you, there is this energy, and I don't often get that with this card. There could be something that you create with your hands during this month. This could be that you're baking for somebody or gifting. You may be actually being old school, writing letters. I just feel like you're doing something that is very personal, very thoughtful for someone during this period, and you get really hands-on with that as well. So let me just pull a quick card. Now we do have, as I said, because we got the Devil card here, the doubts. So when everything's going really well, I felt this vibration of doubt, like what if it all went away? Or what if it's too good to be true? But actually, you know, I feel this is about everything that you've been passionate about. It's happening for a reason, because it's your time to elevate. You know, you've had a lot of struggle or a lot of challenge in 2025, and I just feel that 2026 is your year. So there could be some doubt that creeps in or some worries that creep in because things are going really well at this point. Also, I mean, there is a bit of excess during this month, so it could be partying, going out to events, you know, imbibing with friends, because I feel a lot of social activity there as well. But a little bit of what you fancy always does you good. I feel there's an energy here as well of like worried about money, okay? And I don't see anything to be worried about, but it can be that there is this jitter of like, what if it all went away? You know, or if you've got a lot of responsibility, for example, if you've got children and you're working really hard in the job and trying to hold it all together, and, you know, it can be that something happens in the world and you're just like keeping your eyes on it and thinking, wow, if that impacted me, what would I do? You may just get a little bit worried about like, what if it all went away? But you got money. I mean, look at the card that came out. Ace of Pentacles. Money is good. You are going to be taken care of. In fact, some of you may even have a small win in the month of August there, because Ace is divine intervention. As I said, miracle energy, okay? Ace of Pentacles is like new money coming in, or some sort of new success, or something that is offered to you that is like a monumental opportunity. Almost feels like it's too good to be true. And it sets you worrying because the shadow self is there. Now, the shadow self can indicate imposter syndrome, or, you know, wondering, can you do this, or whether you're ready or not, but you're ready. The universe would not provide this if you were not ready, whatever this is. A lot of you can be creating something that is truly monumental by this point in your life. And whether it is you starting something or planting roots somewhere, there's a little bit of worry around it, but the universe has got your back, so don't worry about that. I feel this is a start of really good fortune. Also, the Ace of Pentacles energy, it is, an enterprising concept. So it can be that, yes, you're grounding yourself on a personal level, but there is material security. That's what this literally means. The universe will provide. Okay, so I did feel this worry about finances, and again, it's clarified there's nothing to worry about. But for some of you, this could be a new offer that comes in, or a new job, or something connected to work or money that feels exciting and new. Always do your due diligence, but I would also say that investigate, but I feel it's a great opportunity that's coming in. Don't worry about it, just go with the flow. And also, I feel a lot of you, because the Devil card has shown up there, this could be that you're keeping your eye on toxicity in your life, and with the Ace of Pentacles there, you're choosing the healthy route. You're choosing to be healthier in your options and decisions during this period as well, okay? Now, what am I also seeing there? Just keep your eyes on your financial statements, because I feel there is an energy here of a bill that gets taken out earlier than it should. And you just want to make sure that you have the money in the account, because if it puts you into your overdraft, or it puts you like out of sync with your bills, because I feel like you've got money, but it gets taken earlier. And this could cause an issue, but you will get compensated because they shouldn't have taken it out at that time. There's something around your statements during that period. Again, nothing to worry about, you get it back. If you're traveling and there's delays, you also get compensated there. I'm not saying everybody goes out and plays the lottery in the month of August, but I do see like a small win. So if you're entering into a competition, whether it's financial in nature, or even if it's connected to your career, or connected to a scholarship, or connected to sport in some way, I feel like you're following your passions, your lust for life is high, and the universe is sending you a reward or some sort of success in that month there as well. It's like it materializes. Success becomes something tangible during this period. Now, as we move into the month of September, we've got companionship. So as I said, you're meeting someone new here, and they become a friend for life there. But also, this is about you embodying your animal totem in order to run your life. So, if you think about the wolf on this card, it can be the pathfinder, finding new ways of doing things, being independent. The giraffe is about, overcoming any obstacles or seeing ahead, being the visionary there, and that's who you are. Also, we've got the kangaroo there. So any situations that you feel are toxic, you just bounce. You're not going to be involved with those situations. The horse is all about loyalty. Fire horse here is about passion, being driven, and I feel like you're constantly doing that throughout the year. The rabbit is all about multiplying wealth. So it feels like everything you're dedicated to, your commitments, it feels like things are well-rounded and going fairly well. I would say that this month also is about being completely sociable, leaning into friendships, connecting to your neighborhood, your community in some way. Some of you may be adopted by a pet during this period as well, or you may think about adopting a pet. I said that you may think about adopting a pet in and around the month of April there, but a lot of you may put that on hold, or you may be just waiting for the right moment or the right connection with a pet if you're going to a sanctuary for animals, for example. But I feel like you meet an animal that chooses you and you choose it, and it's in a moment where you're like, okay, we're going to take this journey of life together and welcome home. So I feel there's an energy of affinity with animals there as well. Now, companionship animals, number 21 is the World card energy. There could be something that goes on around the world at some point that we notice, like unusual behavior in animals. And the animals are telling us something about the vibrations and the frequencies. Like jet streams are changing, ocean currents are changing, animals are migrating in different ways at different times now, which tells you magnetic poles are shifting. I would say watch animal activity during this period globally to be aware of some of the earth shifts. And some of these, again, thanks so much, I'm so grateful. My guides gave me in another reading, I think it was a Piscean reading, to watch the shores, because there could be some beached animals, well, of course, marine life that ends up on the shores to indicate some sort of change on the ocean floor. And this could indicate like volcanic activity. That's something that's coming out. It came out only in one other reading, and that was the Piscean reading. It's coming out in yours as well. So I have to mention it because it's there, something to keep our eyes on there, just because number 21 is the World card in the major arcanas. But in terms of your personal energy, this is you leaning into your superpower. We all have one. It's about you finding it and exercising it. As I said, that animal totem is about you sharing your gifts. You came to this world with natural callings and, of course, a gift. This is about you rewilding. This is about you taking up more space and leaning into your intuition, your instincts, your gut instincts on every single thing that you do there. So I'm very excited about this month for you because you really do rewild. A lot of you may also spend some time at an animal shelter or donate to an animal charity, for example. And also someone may ask you to perhaps look after their pet or check in on their pet in some way, walk the dog, or maybe some of you may be working with pets. You know, if you're a vet, for example, it could be that you get a moment to set up your own veterinary practice, for example. I'm just highlighting what the card can mean personally to all of you. But we have transformation. We have the death card there. If you actually have an animal in spirit, I feel that they can also make their presence known. And I'm actually seeing a picture of the animal move, like fall off something. So it's not just a random act of the picture falling or moving. It's the spirit of the animal coming through to kind of like make you aware, give you a nudge. As I said, I feel like a lot of you, whoever I'm tapping into for the collective here, there's a lot of activity. As vibrations change and we are in a revolutionary kind of year, that's when frequencies shift and the veil between worlds actually becomes thinner, especially round about, of course, October time and the 8/8 portal as well. But in the number 1 year vibration, things change like that. Now, manifestation, you're getting the same sort of cards throughout the year about your manifestations and changing your life. I feel like you're just on the change train this year. Also, I would say, yeah, there could be some sort of event that it's coming back to the world energy again. So I'm not sure why, but it is. There could be some sort of event, as I said, regarding animal activity that is unusual, that highlights maybe a power outage or, because I'm seeing something go dark in this month. So this too shall pass. It's nothing alarming or negative, but always keep like a flashlight or candles, water, food. There could be something personal or in your neighborhood regarding a power outage during this period, okay? So that's coming out there as well. There's a change in your social circle during this period, okay? I feel like you could see it happening by this point. Remember to check in on someone who's going a little bit quiet. That's what I just want to say to you, okay? Just be aware. Sometimes, we're all going through something and we don't see it, but I feel like instinctively someone's going a little bit quiet in your social circle. Just reach out. Let them know that you're there. You're not there to fix anything for anybody. You don't have to come on in. Just be an ear to listen, a shoulder to cry on. Just let them know that you're there and that you hear their silence. Okay, so that's something that's coming through there as well. But big changes, something big ending during this period as well. Okay, I feel with the companionship, I don't see a relationship ending. That's something I want to really highlight there, but there could be someone who's close to you who's going through a divorce during this time, and maybe that's the person who's going quiet. I'm not sure, but the death card, indicates like a new chapter there as well. This can be like a transformation, an improvement, an end of a cycle there as well. So if you do have an animal, a pet there, it could be that they go through cycles and perhaps say, for example, they're going through teething, or you're having to do some sort of procedure on them as they mature, for example. Of course, it's your prerogative how you, cohabit with your pet, of course, but there could be some change there as well. I'm just going to get a little bit more information on that. But again, we've got the Magician, which means the card that came out is your focus. So it's telling me that, of course, you're still activating your manifestations there, and you're very active, you're transforming, you're keeping your eye on your goals, and you're being very ambitious, whatever those ambitions are. But I feel like you want to lean more into your social circles, your family, your soul tribe there as well. So let me just get a little bit more information there for you. Now, also, I feel that if you're meeting up with people in the month of September, there could be some people who are a little bit late. So I don't want to give you that message because, you know, my bugbear is people being late and keeping you waiting for a while, but I get it. It's life, but I'm just highlighting some people could be late there for you. We got the Two of Cups, yeah, togetherness. I mean, Two of Cups is companionship again, so it's literally the same message. Understanding and affinity, you know, noticing, as I said, the person who sometimes, maybe even the joker of the group, who is always making everybody laugh and thinking about everybody. Just someone goes real quiet, so I just want you to be aware of that. Also, it could be a couple where there's some changes in a dynamic, but I feel it's a friendship or a friend of yours who may be going through a divorce or something. So I feel like you have that more as your focus. But because we got the manifestation card, I feel like you're constantly in a state of attraction and you'll toast something. There is good news during this period, and this could be a deal, it could be an agreement. There's reciprocity, a lot of give and take going on there, but I feel people who are with you really see you, and there is an affinity in the energies. I mean, romantic partnerships. This would be the period where a lot of you may actually, you know, celebrate togetherness. I do feel that there's an energy here of, like, if, for example, you're getting married, you know, you could have a big kind of celebration with friends or see friends, like, what do you call them? Stag parties, hen parties, that sort of thing. And of course, the next month, a lot of you, there's an energy of potentially getting married there, because I feel there's 2 points during your year of getting married. Everyone is going to be different there. But Two of Cups, you're romancing your life a little bit more. Things feel good. It's interesting because this is a card of duality, of balance and harmony, and just feeling secure. And the next month is to make equal. Okay, so I really feel that it kind of blends into each other there. Basically, the Two of Cups is an attraction card. What's in your heart, you're attracting into your life. So a vibration of manifestation for sure. But I feel like you're toasted or you celebrate something in this month. And it could be that friends are celebrating you and your good news there. There's a lot of social activity there as well. Okay. Now, as we move into the month of October there, to make equal, the equator. Okay. So this card is an energy of finding the balance in your life. Okay. The equality amongst situations. You know, your worthy goals, for example, are you being paid the right amount of money? And the give and take between friendships and relationships. It just feels like everything is kind of balanced somehow. Also, there's a little cautionary tale with this card because I'm getting pulled back to September. Some of you, there could be some sort of reunion energy, a group of friends meeting up after a long period of not seeing each other there, or like college reunions or work reunions, things like that. There's a cautionary tale with this card. Do not compare your life to others. We all have, you know, our own path. And of course, comparison is the thief of joy. So I feel it will lead to unhappiness if you are comparing. There's so many good things on their way for you. And I feel that this is your time. Also, a lot of you may kind of keep a success or a win to yourself because you realize that the person that you want to tell, they may be going through something challenging at that time, and you'll reveal it when the moment is right. But I feel like you're more there for a person than allowing your ego to say, yay, I got this great news. I feel like you just sit on it for a little bit and then celebrate after when, you know, things are a little bit more settled in whatever it is your friend is going through there as well. Also, I feel a lot of you are conquering intrusive thoughts, and you know, you're looking at your triggers this year, and I feel by the time you get to this point in the year, you're aware that extreme reactions are not happening. You're not being triggered by things anymore. It just feels like you've got to grips with something and you've processed something and it no longer has a hold on you. So emotionally, I feel this is a great month there for you. I'm being given this energy of assistance with navigating or finding your path. So maybe someone that you meet, as I said, could open doors or portals for you earlier in the year. This is when they do that favor for you. Or this is when, oh, thank you so much, I'm truly grateful. My guide said no. My guide said, someone you have done a favor for will repay it tenfold in the month of October. So that's coming through there as well for you. I'll always correct myself if my guides correct me there, and I'll let you know about it, okay? So to clarify this, we have the Hierophant, inner teacher, okay? Big studying month there as well, but this is someone who's in a position of power, influence, who is helping you or who does a favor for you. You know, sometimes you'll do a favor for a person who's coming up, and then when they're up, they're going to give you a hand up as well, and vice versa. I just feel like things co-align there. Also, this is an energy of structure, governmental structures as well. So for some of you, there could be some sort of deal done or a peacekeeping kind of agreement that goes on in this part of the year. One can only hope, of course. But the inner teacher, I feel a lot of you are seeking inner counsel during this time. Now, I would say as well that a lot of you are very proficient, very talented, a pro at what you do. You have a lot of intelligence, information, you're an old soul, and you're really passionate about what you do. And I just feel that some of you could think about mentoring other people, you know, helping other people or being a beacon of light for other people by this point. Because as I said, I feel a lot of you could write a book about your experiences, or you could do a course of learning for other people. Some of you may actually give some sort of talk or mentorship. And this could be something that you've thought about for some time, or you're given a real platform or opportunity to do that in the month of October. Even if you're retired, a lot of you could, you know, speak in the community, or you could go out there and tell your story about what you have experienced there. And I feel like you could share this and help others with whatever it is that they are navigating at this way as well, because I get this sense of navigating a path in this month there too. Now, the Hierophant is about faith, okay? It's about believing in the goodness of people. So I do feel that whoever does you a good turn during this time, you really feel that, you know, there's some good people in this world. There's so many. In fact, the majority of people in this world are phenomenal. They are awesome. There's only a few that want conflict and are conflicted within themselves, and therefore they, of course, project those things. You know, I feel the majority of people are good people. They're born good souls there. So I'm just going to leave it like that, but I feel like things feel very positive during this period. This is also about you leaning into your belief system. So you may actually reinforce your belief in your religion if you have one. My readings are not about religion, but I accept that, of course, people celebrate certain religions out there, or, you know, all religions and faiths are important, of course. And I feel a lot of you will lean into that during this time. A lot of gratefulness and gratitude during this period, because I feel you've come a long way and you've accomplished so much, you've learned so much, and I feel like you've learned about yourself and what you're capable of, but you acknowledge that in some of the points of the year, you know, some divine intervention has occurred, things that feel like a miracle that turned out in a certain way. I feel like you are so enlightened that you are aware that, you know, things happened for a reason, and you're grateful for it there as well. Also, I feel a lot of you leaning into a tradition during this period, whatever that may be. For some of you, maybe Samhain or Halloween, for example. I feel there is togetherness there as well. Let's just have a quick look at something more in that month, because I feel this is about you maintaining systems. Like, everything's still going on. You're still on top of your goals, your dreams, your bills. And also, there could be something that happens in and around the equator during this time as well. We've got a Ten of Swords there. Ten of Swords is an energy of, I did feel like there's a change in your friendship circle, but Ten of Swords, we've got the Two of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Oof, okay, I wanted to just see a little bit deeper to see what's going on. kind of really wish I hadn't now. But anyway, some of you, there may be some repair work that is necessary in the home space. Something may break down during this period, okay? Because we have the Ten of Swords, something, you know, gets to a critical stage. Now, for some of you, this could be an internet outage, or it could be freezing screen on a laptop, or it feels something connected to air or the internet or the ether. Could be an app, could be banking apps, it could be something that breaks down anyway, okay? And we got the Two of Wands, so you're gonna have to be patient, you're gonna have to wait. It will be repaired. Eight of Pentacles, so nothing to worry about. For some of you, you may actually have to spend a little bit of money repairing it as well. So just be mindful, okay? You know, everything can't always be positive all the time, and I'm not looking for the negative, I'm looking for the real. So I feel that that Ten of Swords, something could break down, but it will be repaired during this time. Also, I feel a lot of you are completing your projects and you're working hard. As I said, I saw a hammer at the very beginning of your reading in the water. I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. So Ten of Swords, you're thinking about a lot. You have a lot on your mind. You have a lot on your to-do list. You're ticking things off. You know, Two of Wands, things are developing in unusual ways, exciting ways, and ways that you also intended, but it also indicates that you're aligning and the best is yet to come, because I feel like you're working towards something. I would say this is a period to rest, to pause, and to clarify, because when you have a Two of Wands, it's a time to wait, to either make a decision or to wait for something better to come along, especially if you're trying to make things equal regarding like your finances or reciprocity in relationships. It's a period of observing. You know, some of you may even cut out a friendship if you feel like there's no reciprocity there, if you feel like you're completely drained or they're using you in some way, or you feel betrayed. For some of you, there could be a breach of confidence as well. So watch who you tell your secrets to during this period, because I don't feel like do it on purpose. I'm getting an energy like they just blab it out by accident and they're like, oh, okay, but it's out there, then it's too late. So if you want to keep a secret on something, just be mindful who you tell. Eight of Pentacles is an energy of working on yourself as well. So this can be this element of duality within yourself. There's two sides of you there, and I feel like they co-align, and you just feel like if you've had a bit of an inner battle, you just feel more yourself like you've done in a long time. And I feel you could open yourself up to new learning opportunities there as well, whether it's through books or podcasts or development, because I feel something is developing or something's in development in this month there as well. In terms of your finances, I feel it's an even keel. You know, your money is sustainable. It's in the same position. It doesn't go up or down. However, there is something minor that needs to be repaired there. So you may need to pay out some money there for that. But I also feel there's a choice, actually. You can wait it out. I feel it's not something that you would want to repair immediately. So it means it's not really critical. Some of you may, with that Eight of Pentacles, try and repair it yourself. But then eventually, it's only a temporary fix. I feel eventually it will completely cease to work, and I feel like you will replenish your finances after you repair it, okay? Now, as you move into November, Bravery Oceans, this is an exciting month of doing something bold, daring, and new, something you've never done before at all, ever. So this could be facing a phobia or a fear, but also it could be that you've always wanted to travel to a certain part in the world. Some of you may literally go traveling by yourself in November. But I feel more than anything, it's something bold and daring that you're excited about that is on your wish list, your bucket list of things to do, okay? It's number 30. When you reduce that, 3 plus 0, of course, is Empress energy again. So I feel this is about you kind of like being bold to work more on your prosperity. You're leading with love, but also a very playful side of you comes out this month. I feel like you're having fun. I feel like this is a month to kind of show off as well. Show off your skills, you know, be in the spotlight for success, or be recognized for something, that you did something above and beyond everybody else. You're singling yourself out here in some way. I mean, the fact that this figure is on top of the world there, it's a very good month, but also it can indicate that you're remaining balanced and you're on top of your responsibilities, your bills. And some of you are actually going to take down debt in the bridging months between October and November. So it's like you nullify maybe a large purchase that you had, whether it was a higher purchase car or it was, you know, for some of you it could be a mortgage. but I just get this energy that you cancel out a debt in this period and you feel free. It just feels like a lighter energy. Now, this is a little reminder to go forth and explore. Highly explorative month. The exploration vibe is definitely in this card. So you could be exploring with things like your recipes or new ways of exploring your neighborhood. You may look at venturing further afield, trying new places in the neighborhood that you live in. This is also you being braver in your choices. And, you know, it always comes with a message, this card. If you keep the shore in sight, then of course you won't see much. So I feel this is about venturing a little further, a little bit deeper into your plans, submerging yourself into your goals and, you know, them coming together and being fully formed. A lot of you, if you are trying to migrate or move abroad or migrate your business in some way, I feel there's two major periods. For some of you, it's February, and also I see it like a minor period, kind of like in April, the cusp period, April, May, but more than anything, I feel November. November is when you are fully submerged in it, or you feel part of the neighborhood. If you've moved by then, that's coming through there as well. Now, of course, this figure is doing a balancing act, but having fun with it. So anything you have up and running, you know, of course you're multitasking, but there's a lot of fun. You're enjoying what you do. And I feel that was your purpose in the first place. Now, there's a lot of positivity energy coming around the world during this period. So something positive could occur there. Something to do with the North Pole as well, coming through. And there could be news around that. Okay, I just heard the word Arctic. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that there. I'm not really sure what that's about, but of course there's a lot of political things going on regarding that area at the moment. I'll save that for another reading because that's not really connected to your vibration, but I feel it could be something you witness or read about during this period. More than anything, I feel something about the North Pole or So I'll just leave that there. But I feel this is about you conquering something, you know, overcoming something that was personal to you. You were brave, you're bold, and you approached your life in a different way, and you overcome it, whatever it is. So very excited about this energy for you. November is a good month. I feel also a hidden side of you comes out this month. Okay, so you could be sharing something a little bit secretive. Remember to be careful with who you share your secrets with, but you could let someone in on a deeper level during this period. And also, I feel that this is a period to be mindful in your decision making. You know, you're going to have some options there, and there is the safe choice, and then there is a little bit of a riskier choice. Always do your due diligence, but would the riskier choice make you happier? You know, I can only give you from my experience because it's going to be your prerogative to make that decision all by yourself. But I know from my past that when I chose the safe bet, it ended up being worse. Okay, I have to give it to you like that. Sometimes I chose things that I thought, okay, it's safer to take that route. And then the universe went, no, that's not the lesson. You were meant to go and take that risk. If I had taken the risk, things would have worked out better, but I chose the safer bet there, and the universe taught me a lesson. So next time I took the riskier route and it worked out better. So there's maybe something in that. Now we do have the Hermit there, introspection, go deeper, ask yourself what it is you would really prefer, okay? As I said, that's not the lesson. We got pearls of wisdom around this bear. So I would say this is like the safer route, and then this is the more riskier route. The more riskier route feels like it's connected to your dreams. There's a hand there, which is about making an imprint, making a mark. Also, there is a dream catcher. So it's like, how close is the safe bet to your dream, and how close is the riskier aspect to your dream? And then instinctually, you will decide from there, okay? But I feel this could be a more independent month, as I mentioned. You know, you may limit distraction, go off by yourself, withdraw into self in order to do things that you feel satisfied with, to find pleasure in. The whimsy, you know. For example, when I was a teenager, sometimes my folks would hire a car, and if we were going on a vacation, of course, and they would park that car outside and everybody would be in the family home if we were visiting family abroad. And everybody would be like hubbubbing inside, and I would be like, okay, it's 2 people late. I need to like remove myself. I'd go into the car, put on like a tape that I recorded myself and just listen to the music like super loud. It was very contained, but in there I just lost myself in the vision of who I wanted to be and life and how it could transpire, of course. So I feel this is about getting lost in those magical moments. And whether it's through art, whether it's like fixing up your bike, whether it is, you know, maybe even spraying your car, washing your car, whatever it is, I feel like you're leaning into things independently that you love doing just because, okay? Even if it's like cozying down on the sofa with a good book. I feel this is a hibernation energy, but this is also the indication of like being bold, daring, and brave, or taking the safe route. Okay, so again, there's something about that that's coming through very strongly there. You've endured a lot. And I feel this month you actually acknowledge how far you've come, and you're really proud of yourself that you've come a long way. You're still standing, and you're still choosing to be the wonderful, authentic you. So I feel this is an acknowledgement of that. Also, a lot of you may feel a little bit exhausted in this month as well, and you change your vibration by doing something fun. And yeah, a lot of date nights and energy like that as well. Let me just go and see one more thing in that month because, yeah, Fool card, have fun. So Fool card is playful, a lot of potential to be bold and daring and maybe start something new or contemplate or explore something new. Some of you may soft launch something during this month as well. But the Fool card is like, have fun, lay your hair down, enjoy yourself, and remember to, you know, kind of detach from things so that you can be more playful. The inner child comes out. That's literally an inner child right there. And I would say go off on your adventures and lean into the whimsy if that's possible. Life is not always possible that way, but I feel like you will find moments. Now, as we move into December, we got building atoms. Whatever it is that you are reshaping this year, you're building it into something solid and true. This is a very exciting month where you feel like you have had opportunities to find all the tools, all the resources, and everything has come together. You got to pick and choose. You're on the journey, whatever the journey is, whether it is focus on better health, whether it is more money, whether it is building your empire or taking leadership and ownership in your life. I feel like you're well on your way and you're transitioning into 2027 and beyond, excited and basically with all that you need in order to keep building on the foundations that you have been building on so far. This is number 40. When you reduce it, that's number 4, which is Emperor energy. So that means you took the lead in your life. You are the main protagonist in your story and you're holding the pen. So this is you coming center stage. Also, it indicates that everything is connected. Every person you meet, every experience you have, they are the building blocks of you. And you matter, okay? This is a period, you know, where things get electric. This is like party season for a lot of you. Things are vibrating in motion. Nothing is stagnant during this period. I feel like variety is the spice of life during this period. You're going to have a lot of things that attract your attention. I feel like you're getting out there having fun, but at the same time, you know, you are still moving forward and building something of a legacy for yourself. A lot of you will also think about your 401ks and pension pots during this period as well, but I feel that things are lighting up for you and there's new opportunities and possibilities as you close out the year in December. As we start to close out the year, yes, it is a season of light. It's when everything gets lit up during this period, so I feel a lot of you are there for it, but I also feel this is you looking to the future. Interesting that we had the Hermit in the previous month, which is a bridging energy, and this figure has a lantern. Normally the Hermit has a lantern, so this is about seeing the way in the dark. It's about seeing, you know, the steps that are necessary in your immediate circumstances. It's about lighting the way. It's about, you know, conserving your energy, winding down the year, and basically getting clear on what it is you want next, regrouping your energy and being firmly on this journey called life and moving ahead calmer waters for sure by then is what I'm seeing there. So let me just pull a card on it. I feel like you're stricter with your finances in terms of your spending during this time, but there's a lot of like sparkly things out there. So you want to find a very good deal if you're gifting during that season. We have cause and effect. So financially, there may be some financial adjustments. Maybe that you're portioning off a certain budget during this time to limit overspending. Some of you, legal documentation, administrative tasks as well. So it could be that tax time comes around again, or you're doing receipts during this period if you work for yourself. A lot of administrative filing with that justice card, but also cause and effect indicates that you made an impact. If you think about an atom, you know, it vibrates when it is agitated. And I feel like you have gone out there and agitated the vibrations in order to call in what you desire in a really good way. I feel things are getting fizzy for you this year. Things are like in motion. And I feel that the effect is going to ripple out in your whole year. Starting from January right through to the end, you made an impact. You shook up the system. You had a revolution within self and you transformed and you did the right thing for you. I feel like you're completely aligned there. You honored your authenticity and your truth and you did what was right and you put one foot in front of the other and you took action. And as you close out the year, you're making some adjustments as you wind down the energy. Also, I feel like you're honoring your thoughts. You really took command over your thoughts in the 2026 period. And we've got maturity. So that means you had the strength to do whatever it is that you do this year. And you're going to be really proud of yourself. You had the courage of heart to follow that heart and release the beast within. You were vigilant. You were creative. And you limited drama so that you could elevate in some way. And I feel you end the year on a high, being the king or the queen of the jungle kind of energy, because there's a lion right there. It's like you are forced to be reckoned with. Your roar came out this year. You reclaimed your sovereignty and it actually affected the vibrations to align you with your soul song and your desires, okay? Now also, some of you, if you're into singing, I feel there's some singing here. So if you're naturally a singer or that's you by trade, you are a singer, a lot of gigs coming in during this period as well. Could be a big contract coming in for you at the end of the year. There's a lot of success for you throughout the year, but there could be a big contract going on there. But also some of you, like if you tend to sing or you join a group singing, I just see singing in December. Random, I know. We also have the High Priestess. So a lot of you will withdraw into self to do a lot of thinking, reviewing. This is a card of review. Reviewing how far you've come, all that you've built so far, being really proud of yourself, but also believing in yourself to take things to the next level again in the following year. Also, I feel a lot of you developing your spiritual gifts, elevating and reaching higher frequencies during this period. You're calling stuff in. You're utilizing the power of your mind. Important documents in December as well. Also, a message out of the blue that really surprises you. And this could be an email or a letter coming in that is important from someone that you haven't heard from in a long time. The two may be related, actually. That's what's coming out there as well. But I feel like there's an energy of winding down the year in the month of December there. But it feels like it all came together. That's what atoms are. You know, everything is together, creating stability. So some final cards. We have the tree. A lot of you are focused on your personal growth, planting roots, standing strong and tall in your decisions, branching out, expanding your reach, and of course, diversifying as well as building wealth. The tree is all about wealth. But I feel, you know, there's an energy here of believing in yourself and growing a lot of things exponentially this year. Anything you turn your hand to or your mind to, I feel like you elevate or enrich in some way. And we're going to get some final cards here for you. We have, don't forget to fulfill your needs whilst helping others. Big message there for the whole year ahead. You tend to be a bit of an overgiver, my beautiful Gemini. This is your time. And also we have, realize you have all the qualities to be a leader. Yeah, you're taking the full lead in your life. So don't forget to fulfill your needs whilst helping others. And finally, realize you have all the qualities to be a leader. You're taking ownership of your time, and I feel is going to have a major impact. I mean, look at this figure. There's all those stars around, which means lots of wishes come through. It means you're aligned. A lot of healing this year as well, but this healing gives you the confidence to be your best self. And finally, we're going to get a trinket. I'm seeing an owl in the water right now as well for you. Okay. Oh my gosh, I just got a cat. So the owl and the pussycat, maybe that's something. I'm not sure. I'm just going to leave it like that. But I'm seeing an owl in the water. You do a lot of learning, and knowledge is the key to your success this year. You have a lot of breakthroughs there. Cat represents independence and, of course, a lot of luck. The cat always appears on the Queen of Wands energy, which is representative of, you know, not needing protection because you got luck on your side. But some of you, a pet, as I said, may adopt you, and this could be a cat. But the cat is all about being independent, as well as locking onto that goal and looking before you leap, but then just taking that leap of faith and pouncing on your goal and being successful there. Also, we've got the lips. So a lot of flirtation. A lot of you, this could be symbolic of like flirt with life, you know, and embrace all that life has to offer. I do see a lot of flirtation, a lot of lust, and a lot of intimacy with people around you. Lust is not a negative word, okay? Lust can be lust for life. So my guides just asked me to define lust. I just feel it's this passion, this desire, and I feel like you're leading with that this year. And of course, this is about you communicating your needs, articulating your needs from a healthy space. Your voice really matters, and it always matters, but this year it matters a lot more than usual. So that's coming out there. A lot of you speaking your story out into the ether. And what else am I getting there? Be careful who you talk your secrets to. You tell your secrets to. Okay, that's coming through there as well. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates, my beautiful Gemini. That was a lot, so I do hope there's something in there for you. Thank you so much, and love and light.